In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, American cities underwent a profound transformation, driven by the forces of industrialization, immigration, and migration. This period was marked by a dynamic influx of diverse populations, including waves of immigrants from Europe, African-American migrants from the rural South, and independent working women seeking new opportunities. As urban centers burgeoned, they became dense, chaotic environments where the challenges of poverty, displacement, and social integration loomed large. Amidst this turbulence, a crucial yet often overlooked force emerged: women. Their contributions to urban life, while frequently overshadowed by the male-dominated narratives of skyscraper construction and industrial empires, were instrumental in shaping the social fabric of cities. Women, through their voluntary associations, established a network of institutions that served as redemptive places in these rapidly evolving urban landscapes. These were not merely buildings. They were vital social infrastructures that provided stability and support in an era marked by dramatic change. Boarding houses, settlement houses, vocational schools, and public spaces became sanctuaries for newcomers, offering shelter, education, and a sense of community. The Young Women's Christian Association, YWCA, the Salvation Army, the College Settlements Association, and the National Association of Colored Women were among the organizations that played pivotal roles in urban life. They recognized the pressing needs of single working women and immigrants, providing safe lodging, resources for integration, and access to basic hygiene through public baths. At a time when government social services were nearly non-existent, these institutions filled a critical gap, ensuring that the influx of new residents could find their footing in a rapidly changing world. While men may have been responsible for constructing the steel frames of the city, it was women who built its social framework, creating environments where individuals could thrive despite the pressures of urban life. Their activism was deeply intertwined with the social gospel movement, which redefined poverty as a societal issue rather than a personal failing, advocating for systemic solutions that address the root causes of social inequity. The work of these women laid the groundwork for future social welfare programs, influencing a wide array of policies related to public health, housing, and education. They were pioneers in the realm of social reform, often managing properties, organizing community events, and developing administrative skills long before they had the right to vote. Yet their efforts were not without complexity. Racial segregation persisted within these organizations, with the YWCA and the National Association of Colored Women often operating parallel institutions for white and black women. This division reflected broader societal inequalities but also highlighted the ways in which women of different backgrounds navigated their roles in public life. The physical presence of these women-led institutions has largely faded from the urban landscape, absorbed into municipal services or erased through urban renewal projects. However, their impact is indelibly etched into the fabric of modern cities. Public parks, libraries, and welfare programs all trace their origins back to the voluntary efforts of women during the Progressive Era. These institutions not only provided immediate relief to those in need, but also fostered a sense of belonging and community among diverse populations. As we reflect on this history, it becomes clear that the question of who is responsible for shaping an inclusive urban future remains as relevant today as it was over a century ago. The challenges of inequality, migration, and housing crises continue to plague urban centers, and the legacies of women's activism remind us that city building is not solely about infrastructure. It is about the people and institutions that create spaces of care, refuge, and opportunity. In contemporary discourse, the lessons learned from the women-led initiatives of the past can inform current efforts to address urban challenges. The need for inclusive spaces that cater to the diverse needs of urban populations is more pressing than ever. As cities evolve, the importance of voluntary organizations, community engagement, and grassroots activism cannot be overstated. The work of women in the late 19th and early 20th centuries serves as a powerful reminder that social change often begins at the community level, driven by the commitment and resilience of individuals who seek to uplift those around them. Moreover, the recognition of women's contributions to urban development encourages a more nuanced understanding of history. It challenges the dominant narratives that often prioritize male achievements while neglecting the vital roles played by women. By acknowledging the significance of redemptive places and the women who created them, we can foster a more inclusive historical narrative that honors the diverse experiences that shape our cities. As we navigate the complexities of modern urban life, it is essential to draw inspiration from the past. The legacy of women's activism in establishing social infrastructures serves as a blueprint for contemporary efforts to build inclusive communities. Whether through advocacy for affordable housing, the establishment of community centers, or the promotion of public health initiatives, the spirit of collaboration and care that characterized the work of women in earlier eras can guide current and future endeavors. Ultimately, the history of redemptive places reminds us that the essence of city building extends beyond the physical structures that define our urban landscapes. It encompasses the relationships, networks, and institutions that foster a sense of belonging and support for all residents. As we envision the future of our cities, let us honor the contributions of those who came before us, ensuring that the lessons of their resilience and commitment to social justice continue to inspire our collective efforts to create urban spaces that are equitable, inclusive, and vibrant for generations to come.